Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Now, today's video is going to be a bit more serious because I'm going to be talking about habits and how they affected my life and my weight loss journey. So, habits are so important because they're things that we do day in and day out without even realizing them. More importantly, habits are the things that form our reality. So, for us, weight loss is the process and losing weight is the result that we want. But that result hasn't come to us yet, significantly due to our bad habits. And so if taking off a certain amount of pounds is the reality we want, then we have to change those bad habits into something that works for us. When it comes to losing weight, some people experience a drastic loss within the first couple of months, but then bounce back to where they were. Why? Because their malicious habits were still there. So that's why I always tell myself that weight loss is something that happens from the inside out and not the other way around. And that makes my weight loss journey something that is sustainable. Now, I've already talked about some of my bad habits in a previous video about how I would mindlessly eat convenient food. So I'm not going to get too deep into that. One of the first steps we all must take in order to change our bad habits into good ones is first to be aware of them. And to do this, answer these questions to yourself honestly. 1. Do you think you have any bad habits? 2. If you do, what are they? And 3. How do they affect your life and your goals? So my answer to the first question is yes, I still have some bad habits that hold me back, but I'm taking steps in order to replace them with better ones. And I'll share with you all my answers for the second and third question in a little bit. But before I get into it, I would like to share with you all a quote by Jen Sincero from her book, You Are a Badass. So she says, our thoughts become our words become our beliefs become our actions, and our actions become our habits, and our habits become our realities. It's very easy to realize that our thoughts shape our realities, and our habits are just the bridge of this whole process. When watching this video, some of you guys are not here to learn how to become a badass, yet you're here with the wish of losing down to a certain point where you feel happy and healthy. Even so, our wish has a lot to do with this quote. So as you're watching this video and you don't understand what I'm saying, refer back to this quote and use it as a fundamental idea. Alright, now let's get into the habits. Number 1, eating. In the article, How Big Are Your Dinner Plates and Why It Matters, Penny Colettle wrote that our dinner plates have increased significantly in size by 36% since 1960. Now that is a huge percentage. But wait, there's more. So the average diameter of an American dinner plate is 11 to 12 inches, while in other countries it's 9 to 10. That is a significant difference. And with a bigger plate, you can also fit more food on it, of course. Now, I know that not everybody struggles with portion control, but I sure did. And so switching to a different size plate has significantly helped me control my portion sizes. All right, so I went from eating on a plate like this one, this is what I used to eat off of, and that's a lot of food to eat, to a plate like this one, significantly smaller. Look at the size difference. And even now, I don't fill this plate completely because I just don't find the need to anymore. So if you're looking to better your eating habits or learn to control your portion sizes, switching your plates can be something that is so easy. So we found these plates at the dollar store and they hold up pretty well, but you can also find other plates at Walmart or the thrift store. And it is something that is so easy to do. Number 2, having the habit of driving everywhere. Did you know that many foreigners find it odd that Americans drive everywhere? Even when we have the opportunity to walk, many of us just prefer to hop in the car and drive to our destination. The user Arthur Bonesley on Reddit elaborates. Every place has cars and roads, but urban engineering in the US is so anti-pedestrian. You don't realize it until you travel outside of the country. In most of the world, I wouldn't think twice about walking a mile to an eatery or corner store and walking back. In the US, even when it's an option, it feels like it's not an option. Here's another example. If you're out shopping and you decide to go to another place, let's say it's about a 5-minute walk, you would probably just jump in your car and drive to the destination, thinking it's more convenient. Now, this became really prevalent to me when I moved to Calgary. So coming from a small town, I was absolutely terrified of driving downtown Calgary. So I changed my mode of transportation to public transit along with walking everywhere. And within the first few months that I was here, I significantly dropped in weight just by this small change. So if you have time and are in no hurry to get to your destination, then seize the opportunity and walk. Number 3, not drinking enough water. Interesting fact, when you drink an adequate amount of water, it helps burn fat and stimulate metabolism. Now I find that when we don't have a water bottle on hand and ready to drink, we usually don't take the time to fill it up unless we feel the urge. For us, we're too impatient to wait for this pitcher to fill up. So to fix this, we fill up this water bottle in the morning while making breakfast. That way the water is already prepared and on hand, trying to make sure we drink about 2 liters a day. So if you're stuck in a similar situation, then find a water bottle. They're not that difficult to find. You can probably get one at Walmart or even Target. So in the article, yes, drinking water can help you lose weight, posted on the Johns Hopkins University website. It said, in an 8-week study posted in 2013, 50 girls drank 2 glasses of water half an hour before breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and saw a reduction in their body mass index as well as body composition scores. Probably why the gallon water challenge has become so popular now. So if you're looking to lose a little bit of weight, change out those sugary drinks for water instead. The next thing, number 4, taking every opportunity to eat out. This is something that I did all the time, and I mentioned it before. Taking every opportunity I could to eat out. Seeing a friend, eat out. Cramming for exams, eat out. Woke up late, go through the drive-thru, get a coffee and a sandwich to go before class starts. Slowly adapting to the convenience of fast food. If you do need an easy meal, then meal prepping can be something that's for you. Making a big batch of food all in one day for your entire week. Now, something that we do, we don't need to do meal prepping because we're at home most of the time because we work from home. So we do partial meal prep in order to save some time. Now, partial meal prepping is pre-cutting and portioning meats and vegetables, and this saves us a lot of time in the long run. Now, we have a habit of doing this right after we're done grocery shopping, and this does save us a lot of time, especially when we're in a hurry, and so we're less likely to order food or try and go find something that's already prepared. So if you really need something quick and easy, then meal prepping might be something for you. And on to number 5, hopping on the bandwagon. Yes, the bandwagon. Paleo, keto, the Meyer method that Rebel Wilson's doing. All of these are quick diets and quick fixes. Now, I'm not saying that these are bad because they do work for some people, but not everybody can commit to this for the rest of their life. I certainly couldn't. And the next thing, pills. All the pills you see while walking down the weight management aisle in any store. These are also just another quick fix. And from what I've seen, heard, but also experienced, you either don't lose any weight, or if you do, you end up gaining it back and then some when you stop taking them. If you really do want to lose weight, then the best way is changing your lifestyle. One way to do this is by switching to whole foods. Switching to whole foods isn't as expensive as everyone thinks. I'll be talking about this in a later video, otherwise it would take up too much time in this one. So now instead of going down the pre-packaged aisles and looking at all of the foods that I used to love, I just stick mainly in the produce section and go other places only if I have to. And I keep in mind the best places that have the freshest produce, along with the prices. That way we can end up saving a little bit of money. If you really do want to start a holistic way of eating, then do a little bit of research and find the best place to find fresh produce near you. And now on to number 6. Now number 6 is going to be a little bit heavier, so just keep that in mind. So number 6, not taking care of your mental health. I had a big problem with this one. I did not take care of my mental health whatsoever before. mainly because I thought it was still a taboo subject. Only in recent years have people become more open to talking about mental health. It wasn't until I opened up with my partner talking about mental health that we found some ways to improve my mental health. Now, this is what works for me. If you do need more help, go talk to somebody or seek professional help. So something that helped me was setting goals. Setting goals for me got me out of a slump. Now, I've already talked about goal setting in another video, so I'll leave that link in the description below. Next, make sure you prioritize things. What needs to be done now and what can wait until later. Next, you shouldn't feel pressured to say yes to new tasks if you already feel like you have enough on your plate as it is. Another thing, be mindful of what you've already accomplished at the end of the day, not things that you were unable to do. And the last thing, focus on positivity. If you always focus on the negative things, it will inevitably drag your mood down even farther. At the end of the day, I'd love to journal and just take 15 minutes to think about everything that I've done throughout the day, things that I'm grateful for, or even things that might help me later on. And by doing this, it has significantly helped me improve my mental health. A few other things that have been helping me is reading books and working out. These are things that help me improve my mood, especially after a stressful day. So try some of these things out and see what works for you. Okay, and now that is it for the habits, only 6. But before I end this video, I have one last question to ask you guys. Do you notice what habits 2 through 5 have in common? If not, I'll tell you, it's convenience. When things become more convenient, we tend to become more lazy. It's inconvenient to walk 5 minutes than it is to drive 2. It's inconvenient to always carry a water bottle with you than it is to buy a $1 soda at McDonald's. It's inconvenient to cook all the time at home than it is to go through the drive-thru. And it's inconvenient to change your whole lifestyle than it is to take some magic pill. Now, I understand that changing bad habits can be difficult, but it's essential to not give up. If you truly want to lead a healthier lifestyle or even reach your goals, then begin changing those bad habits now, because the longer that you wait, the more difficult it can become. I'm still trying to change my bad habits, but I do not plan on giving up no matter how hard it gets. So I hope that we can stay on this journey together. Okay, that is it for this video. I hope you find it helpful in your own journey. And if you have any suggestions about how to change bad habits, leave them in the comments below so that we can all learn and grow together. Also, subscribe to my channel to keep up with the journey. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.